Hey everyone, Nate here from Nate's RetroPlays. Just doing a quick little playthrough, or at least a partial playthrough of TMNT for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is a game that, it came out in like 1989 or something like that. It was the first Ninja Turtles video game that I had ever played back in the day. I'm going to be looking forward to hopefully doing a little podcast with the Nerd Cave Retro guys talking about this game very soon, so I thought I would get some playtime in just to kind of have it fresh in my memory for that. So, but without further ado, let's just get the game going here. I mean, first thing off the bat, I love this music in the game. It's like, this intro song is so good. It's so good. Let's see here. Got Leonardo. Well, let's get going. So one of the interesting things about this game back in the day is that it was actually kind of hold on a second, I'm just turn the volume on here just a bit. It was kind of a disappointing game for a couple of reasons. Nothing significant, but I seem to remember playing the arcade game before this one, and I don't know if I'd have to look up the dates to try to decide if it was actually out after the arcade game came out, but I remember getting really excited for this game. And this is back in the day, we didn't have the internet, we couldn't look up games to try and decide, if it's a game that we think we would like. Oh, there's Switch. So we couldn't look up games to see like reviews, things like that. You just had to look out. Hopefully it would be in like Nintendo Power or some other magazine that you might have, or hear about it from a friend. But otherwise, the only way we really learned about games was to like rent them or buy them. And this is one of those games where I was sort of half expecting the game to be like the arcade game, obviously the Nintendo couldn't do graphics as good as the arcade game, but it could do something comparable, I would think, with a little effort. And, honest to God, I kind of expected it to be similar to that. And, it not being, it was disappointing. But so when I finally rented this, and I remember it being one of those games that was really hard to rent. A lot of people were trying to rent it, so getting my turn with the rental was actually amazingly difficult. Well, I was gonna heal Leo, but Don's almost just as hurt. That's the tricky part with this room, is that it's actually kind of hard to get through it. Without taking a bunch of damage. Oh, come on. Now I lost Don. First good player, right? Anyways, we'll consider Don a loss, I guess. Okay. So I think... So this is going to be obviously a rough playthrough this first time. This first time coming back to it. So anyways, the game though, I remember it being relatively disappointing when we got it. Like, it wasn't what we were expecting at all. And for that reason alone, it kind of had a negative memory for me for a long time. Like I would never want to play it again. Like I was like, that's just the worst game ever. But, you know, upon reflecting on it, and playing it some more. I mean, I've played it some since I've been an adult. It's actually a good game. It's hard. It has its moments, but it's like totally doable. It's like in the same vein as like Ninja Gaiden and other games, you know, Castlevania, where they're difficult games, but they're definitely like reasonable games to play. Oh, I'm just doing terrible in this play. But at least we're getting a little experience in, right? I'm gonna regret not having Donatello on this level, I think. Oh, this is a rough first play. Well, anyways, it's a good preview. I definitely have a lot more work to do. That's kind of neat. If I follow that big stream of enemies, then this guy isn't. Alright, well there's the first play. And I was game over after pretty quickly. There we go. That's the trick. Okay, that's the first part. Get through that. And then let's see if I can get do a little bit more effective on these levels. Maybe not talk so much, right? Oof. There we go. That was a lot more effective. Still got hit a little bit more than I would have liked, but I'm not even going to go in that room because obviously it's kind of a pointless run to get a pizza. There we go. That was easy enough. See, Donatello is kind of the man. There we go. Much better run this time, right? Oops. Alright, let's see if we can get in there and... Oops. Well, almost effective. Let's try... Ah. The Donatello. Oof. Oh no! Oh, come on. Okay, one little ding there. Now, fighting this guy's raft. Oh, come on. Just barely got through that. I'm not in a good spot for moving on through the game, but at least we got that part done, right? I believe after this, if you continue, then you continue from the next area, so... Don't let the Foot Clan destroy the dam. You have my support. So anyways, that's the first stage of TMNT on the NES. I think I'm going to revisit it again very soon. Like I said, I want to kind of play through as much of this game as possible for a potential little discussion with the guys over at the Nerd Cave Retro podcast, which I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, there's a lot more to this game, a lot more levels to go through. So thanks for checking out this one little first play and laughing at me being pretty bad at TMNT on the NES. But until the next time, just keep on gaming. Thanks.
TMNT